Hey, I'm Eric Triplett, the Pond Digger, and we're on location digging a pond today. I wanted to take some time out and show you some pond construction tips and tricks along the way. A common made mistake is everyone jumps in the pond and digs a deep hole. They gotta go 4 foot deep, so they just start digging 3 foot, whatever it's gonna be. Well, that's not how we do it around here. The first thing is we do it in shelves. This is an 8-inch shelf. We'll do the entire pond 8 inches deep. Everywhere, all the way across. We don't jump in the middle knowing it's going to be deep in the middle and start digging real deep right there. We do the whole shelf all the way across. Once we have that done, then we would determine where the next shelf is going to be. So that's going to be 16 or 18 inches deep typically. We'll dig that section out, and the entire length of the pond will do that the same thing. Now, once we determine where the deep end is going to be, then we can start chipping out and getting real deep. But until then, we just do it in the tiers like that. It gives us a chance to reflect back and look into the pond and make sure the shelves are where they're gonna be. Now, if this was a water garden or a hybrid pond, we would probably have shelves along this wall as well for aquatic plants and such. But this pond's more for a koi pond. So we have like this 40-inch vertical here, and it provides more water volume in the pond for the koi, and the plants aren't quite as important. Now, what we're going to do next is we're going to take time to show you some tips and tricks with the hand tools that you'll probably be using. We're going to show you a couple things that'll make you more effective and save you a lot of time. Okay, here's the tools of choice right here. We got a flat shovel, we got a spade shovel. Seems simple enough, but let me show you just a couple tricks. I see a lot of people trying to dig a hole with a flat shovel. It doesn't hit the soil as well as this one. The spade shovel is more for chipping out and digging. So since we got to dig this part out a little deeper, I'm just going to show you in a couple examples right here. So the spade shovel digs nice like that, and you know this one doesn't get a chip in there. So it might do you good to borrow a couple of shovels if you're having several people work and you only have 1 or 2 spade shovels. I mean, by all means, get a couple more spades because this one just doesn't chip as well. So seems simple enough, but that's the way we do all our sculpting. With this spade shovel like this, we might come through and do the edges like this in the corners. If they're real hard like that, you can grab a pick. We can do our edges with a pick. Chip that out. Once it's chipped out, then you come through with your flat shovel. Pull everything into a pile, scoop it up, toss it into the wheelbarrow or wherever in the landscape you plan on using. Seems simple enough, but believe it or not, when we're training, we have to show people how to do this. So the flat one, you see I'm using it on that plane right here, and I'm scraping. No chipping involved right here. So there's the two tools of choice right there, spade, flat.
When the dirt's really hard like this, I use a jackhammer. And I use a technique called a slough technique, and I just slough the dirt right off. Thank you, Eric. Depending on our desired depth, let's see, here's a good line. I need to bring this shelf down further. See my line, my desired depth there? What I'll do is I'll slough off the dirt. There, see my lines there? I'm kind of bringing the dirt down to that level. I'll just work my way back.
So here's the tip for your wheelbarrow. Point this wheelbarrow in the direction that you want to be going, because if you have it turned the other way, you have to do a 3-point turn with a 200-pound wheelbarrow full of soil. So if you had it head in the direction you want, you can just swoop in here and take it right away. All right, I wanted to make sure you saw this spade bit on the jackhammer when Jeff was using it over there. It makes our life real easy when we're digging in hard conditions. You can actually rent a jackhammer, and you can ask for this spade bit at a rental yard if you're having a hard time with your dig. One final thing I wanted to show you is the gloves that we use. A lot of people ask us what gloves we use. The leather ones, we kill those things in about a day. These things last us about a week, and they're actually only $4 or $5. You can get these down at Lowe's or Home Depot. All right, I hope it was helpful for you today. Hope we're making your pond dig easy. I'm gonna get back to work. I'll see you next time.